Hello everybody, this is Altania Infinity with another Minecraft episode on the Craft Theory server. Today we are going to finally get around to building the furnace smelting area and then hooking this up to it so that we can have a minecart going around. So I did some work in Creative to figure out how best to accomplish this. Remember, the design is to have a minecart drop things off and then go pick things up and wait for the smelting to get finished before going on its way. And I finally figured out how to do that. Also, you may notice I got a beacon. I don't know why it's brown or reddish. I should probably put a glass block on it or something like that. And I think it does something weird with the graphics with this shader, but anyway, I got it for haste 2 so I can do some speed mining underground. It's gotten me some diamonds that I'm happy with. So in order to do this, I'm going to need, what was it, at least 29 repeaters, and I'm going to need a few comparators as well, plus of course just regular building materials. So I am off to the nether, where I am going to get some quartz with my ultimate miner, which has fortune 3 on it. So let me go do that. I'm also kind of looking forward to this, because this is going to force me to create a walkway up here, and finally I'll have an official way of getting up there. And as soon as I get that done, I'll be smelting a lot of stone because I have another project I want to get started on, although I'm not going to reveal what it is until I've done enough of it that I am certain I will actually see it through. At some point, I also want to get another portal near my place, but I haven't figured out where I want to put that, so that's probably not going to be this episode. Anyway, I'm going to head over to the nether, and I will be back in a moment. Alright, so this is what we got going on over here. I've kind of built this out of cobblestone. I think I have an idea of how I want to actually design this visually, but for right now I just got this cobblestone thing going on here. And so what we got right here is we got this hopper, and there's going to be a rail here that the minecart's going to fall down on. I just needed this for a stepping stone for a moment. This comparator is going to output a signal each time there's something in this hopper. Then it's going to come through here, and I tested this on a creative world, but we need a certain number of repeaters. And I had to snake this around because I did not have as much horizontal room as I thought, but I think that kind of adds to the aesthetics of the place. Yeah, that went to 4. Alright, so we need 26, and I had, what was it, 33 repeaters on my person, so 33 minus 26 is 7. Seems about right. And then I need another one right here. And let's see. I need another repeater right there. So the idea is each time, so first of all, whenever a furnace smelts an item, it takes 10 seconds for it to smelt an item, regardless of what the item is, regardless of what the fuel is. It takes 10 seconds to smelt an item. The timing differences with furnaces are with how long the fuel burns. So every 10 seconds, an item is going to pass through this hopper, which means every 10 seconds, a pulse is going to be emitted through here. The pulse is going to come over here, and it's going to go out. I wonder if he's asking her out. Asking Mint out on a date or something. Okay, so the pulse comes over here, it locks this repeater. Let me do this real quick. At the same time, the signal gets sent through all these repeaters, and if I timed this right, and I did in a creative world, this should take 10 seconds to reach here. So then it gets to here, and this dude has this locked in an off position so the signal does not get passed. However, once the last item gets smelted and goes through the hopper, there are no more items going through the hopper. The signal gets sent out, this locks, signal gets sent out, it goes all the way around, and it comes through here, but there's no additional item going through to lock this repeater, and so finally it sends a signal like that. And I guess this will have to be right here, because I'm going to want that, and I'm going to want that. Let's see what they say to that. So then this will power the rail that's going to be right here in this rail, and it's going to give enough time for the minecart to then take off and go in this direction, which will then loop around back to here, and I'll have to build a little bit of a bridge for that. But that's the redstone idea for this bottom part. The top part, on the other hand, let's see, can I get up here? I mean, I could just, well, I have to do that anyway, okay. So the top part's going to be not so convoluted. There's going to be a powered rail right here, and it is going to, by default, be on, but we're going to have a detector rail probably right here. And as soon as the minecart goes over the detector rail, it's going to turn this powered rail off. And then there's also going to be right here, this comparator is seeing if there's currently items going through this hopper, and so long as that is the case, it's going to keep the... I haven't actually built that part yet, but if I remember my design correctly, it's going to... I do not have any. But this is going to turn that on. Let's see. I need to make sure the powered rail turns off, so by default the powered rail is on. So if that turns on, then... Aha, yes, I can do it this way. Come up here, and I'll clean this up a little bit later. This comes up here. There will be a torch right here which will turn off, and otherwise it'll be on powering this rail. So long as there's items going through, and I will also connect the detector rail right here to this same torch. So there will be a signal coming off of here, down to here. And I wonder if it would look better. No, because I kind of want the messy stuff to be on the inside so you get to see it. But then here's the torch, so you're going to have to go out. Naboot. Oot naboot. There we go. I do not have any more redstone with me at the moment. But yeah, that'll be that. So that's the basic redstone idea. They didn't respond to my dating comment. That's the basic redstone idea. Let me go ahead and get the redstone all flushed out, make sure that's all working and show it in action. That means I have to get some rails. I have some that I got from abandoned mine shafts, but let's see if I have all that stuff with me. Anyway, I'll be back when I have a little bit more progress made. Alright, so we're about to give this a shot. I got some cobblestone in my inventory. I went ahead and made sure that minecart can make the round trip, made sure that all that stuff was working properly. I had to add some more booster rails, some more powered rails, just to make it go all the way over here. So what I've not tested out yet is making sure that if items are flowing through here, you're able to turn that off. Actually, you know what? I can test that real quick just by dropping that in there. And that didn't do anything. Okay, well I guess it's a good thing I'm testing this out now. Actually, yeah, let's do that, and then let's do this, because you will not be able to go through. So whenever you're like that, you successfully do that, but okay. Oh, because you do not have enough items in the hopper, that's why. Okay, so that's going to have to turn off a torch up here. Which is then going to have to do something magical. As that, and there needs to be another torch in order to invert the signal again. Let's see if I can't get up. Instead I went down. Let's see if I can't get up here. And let's see. So long as you're like that, Will you kindly? No, you will not. Okay. Well, in that case, hopefully I can... Yay! Okay, let's see. I can do this little number. And I can place a repeater down here. Almost fell off there. Okay, so if that's the case, then both of these should turn it off. If I have items in here, if I have even just one item there, good, you turn off. Let's see. Okay, so now whenever a minecart goes over it, it should be able to drop off its inventory there. Okay, so once it does that, it's going to come on down here. It's going to fall down here. It's going to start smelting the stuff, and then this is going to send a signal through. And, yeah, hopefully that'll be enough timing. We will see just by triggering this minecart, which has stuff in it. So, first test on camera. Let's go. Okay. So it dropped off its materials. That's good. You're smelting it. Got a signal going through here. Now let's just see its timing. Need more time. Let's try turning that up to 3 ticks there. And seeing if we can't go again. Well, we are actually going to have to... This is difficult to navigate well with all this cobblestone stuff. So you're still doing that. So you actually did get all the items though, which is interesting. Maybe I don't need that extra delay there. Somebody's turning it daytime. Okay, let's try this again with that delay though. So you drop off both your items, you come on over there. You're almost done smelting up a piece of cobblestone. So what do? You send a signal through there. Actually, I would need the delay because if you have more than 2 items, it'll mess up. You go on through there. Okay. You still went through. I can try one more repeater. Just see if this will add enough of a delay. Let's try a tick of 2. Oh, this part works. We're almost done smelting that. Okay, so as soon as you get done smelting that, you will send a pulse on through here. Good. And then you're just about to come to the end. I think that might have got the signal a little bit too soon. Let's do this. Okay. So, almost done smelting that. Send the signal on through here, and signal comes on through here. Awesome. Okay, so that's the timing I need for that. And then the next signal goes through, and there's no more items going through. So this will allow the minecart to go on through. So, final test. I now have 6 items in here. Let's make sure it waits for all 6 of them. Drops all 6 of them off. Good. And then we wait for it to get further on done. Okay, so here we are smelting the last item. We are going to watch the signal go through. Once it gets done, signal goes through. But this time it no longer has anything else going through, so nothing's going to lock this signal and prevent it from going through. It's just going to go this way, and then this is going to go through, and we should get all of our stone. Beautiful. This is really beautiful. Alright, we don't have anything left over, so I think this system works great. It's inefficient in the sense that it only has one furnace, but that's okay. So this is our main room. This is where we're going to come in to put the stuff in. This is where we're going to be where we come to pick up the stuff whenever it's done smelting. And we're just going to be able to come over here and somehow get up there. I'm going to have to just do that for right now so that we can fill it up with coal. Maybe I'll add some sort of weird contraption to fill it up with coal in the future, like... I don't know, we can have like 2 hoppers go out here, and we can have a refueling station right here and just have a minecart that just goes back and forth from here to somewhere else to wherever we're going to be doing the coal. Maybe we can do something with that mountain over there and just have like something go over there, or that mountain over yonder. Ooh, that's an interesting looking mountain. A little overhang. I wonder if I can do something with that. But that's not going to be for right now. The next thing we have to do with this build, even before we introduce any sort of an automatic filling of coal, is we've got to decorate it. So I'm thinking, well, first of all, I'm thinking of making this kind of like more at the level here, because we got a couple bridges here, and I want to add some supports to make this look cool and everything. And then we're going to have a way to come up here, but we're also going to have a way to come up here too. So these buildings are going to be on this level. It's just going to be this kind of pathway dug out right here, and I'm thinking of making the base stone slabs. I think those look nice, and then having like actual stone, and then maybe doing like or do stone bricks, and then do nether bricks for the roof to kind of give it a dark look, and I think that might look nice. But yeah. I think getting that done was quite an accomplishment. It took me a while to work through that, so I actually spent a fair bit of time on that project, as it is. I think that's therefore going to do it for this episode. If anybody has any ideas of how to decorate that better than what I was mentioning, go ahead and let me know. Otherwise, thank you for watching.